Ja, torej film sem videla že 4-krat in vsakič vidim še kaj novega. Vsakič pa me znova prepriča izvrstna, odlična igra Rika Lensa. Rick, I think you are a wonderful, wonderful actor, and congratulations first. Was it a pleasure to be acting in Kauwboy? Je užival v igri?
Ja, ik vond het heel erg leuk om de Kauwboy te spelen. En ja, vooral met de kou zelf. En met de mensen om me heen, zoals Boudewijn en de cameraman. En de opnameleider en zo, was het helemaal te gek.
Yes, I liked it very much to be in the film, especially to work together with all the crew, cameraman, director, and yeah, he loved it very much.
Ja, zelo sem užival v igri in skupaj s svojimi sodelavci, s kamermanom, s režiserjem. And how about Cow, Jackdaw? Was it special to work with more than one bird? Kako je bilo z vsemi kavkami, ki so nastopili v filmu? Kako je bilo igrati skupaj s kavkom?
Nee, het was super gaaf om met de Kauwboy te spelen. Het was er niet één, maar het waren er 6 kleintjes en er 1 grote. En ik heb 1 kou heb ik 3 weken mee naar huis gehad, of 2. En om hem beter te leren kennen en hij ook aan mij. En ja, dat was ook helemaal te gek. En de afspraak was dat ik alleen en Suzanne soms en degene die de kou verzorgt, hun mocht alleen maar bij de kou, voor de rest niet meer.
So I liked it very, very much. It was super great to work with the jackdaws. There were not one but 6 and 1 big one. We started to film with them when they were 2 weeks old only, and they grew up. And only Rick and the girl were allowed to be with the young ones, so they would get attached to it. And he had 3 weeks at home.
Ja, velik užitek je bil igrati s kavkami. 6 jih je bilo, od tega 1 velika, 5 majhnih. In s tistimi manjšimi sta se lahko spoprijateljila samo Rick in igralka Susan, zato da so se lahko navezali drug na drugo. Sem pa slišala, da jim je dal tudi imena vsem 6 kavkam. You gave names to all jackdaws.
Er was er eentje bij, die was heel erg druk. We dachten dat hij ADHD had. En die hadden we Gaddafi genoemd. En ja, voor de rest niet.
So there was one jackdaw who was very busy all the time. And Rick, he has this problem as well. At school he cannot sit still. And he thought the cow had the same illness, and they called him a terrorizer, and that's why they called him Gaddafi.
Torej, ena je bila še posebno nemirna, tako kot je tudi Rick, še posebno v šoli, in taka malo je terorizirala in zato je dal ime Gaddafi. And how much of Yo-Yo is actually Rick? Are you alike?
Aan het begin van de film vond ik het heel moeilijk om te spelen. Maar toen ik een paar dagen speelde, toen kwam ik erachter dat de rol van Yo-Yo een beetje op mijn eigen leven lijkt. Want soms in het echte leven kan ik ook zo boos worden. En ja, dat is het.
Yeah, when he first, so this is the first time Rick acts, and in the beginning he thought it would be very, very difficult. But then after a couple of days he found out that Yo-Yo is a bit the same in its character as Rick is, because he is always so angry as well.
Ja, mečkam pa sta si podobna in čeprav je mislil, da bo težko igrati, ker je to njegov prvi film, v katerem igra, je vendarle ugotovil, da sta si pa podobna v jezi in v tem, kako reagirata na jezo. Namreč vprašala sem ga, koliko sta si Jojo in Rick kot igralec zares podobna. And maybe a question for you, how did you choose him?
Oh, the film should start shooting in April, and we started to look for the character, for the actor in November. And I think I saw 300 boys before he walked in the room. And a lot of nice, good actors, but never the complete Yo-Yo. Till Rick, he sat down on a chair, and most boys are very eager. They sit in the front of the chair and they want to. And he was sitting like this, very cool.
Vprašala sem ga, kako je izbral Rika, in pravi, da so se audicije začele približno 6 mesecev pred snemanjem in je spoznal kar 300 fantov, preden se je odločil zanj, imel je pa mogoče malo bolj sproščen odnos na audiciji in med drugim ga je tudi to prepričalo. Vem pa, da se je zgodilo eno zelo lepo naključje. And there was one very beautiful coincidence, right?
Question?
Yes.
Yeah, I asked all the 300 boys, what would you do when you walk in the forest and there is water on the ground? Do you go around it or do you go through the water? And let's say 80% of the boys, they like their shoes, so they walk around it. And I was looking for a boy who would go to the water and jump in it, and he was one.
And the sound?
And that was coincidence, or maybe not, I don't know, but because spring was coming, the window of the casting agents was open, and on every tape I heard before I saw him myself, they taped him on DVD and sent it to me, and I see 24 boys every Wednesday, for example. And I heard the sound of many birds on the background. And when he came on my television screen, I heard the sound of a jackdaw for the first time.
Torej, ko je vsakemu fantu na audiciji postavil enako vprašanje, kaj bi naredil, če bi hodil po naravi, pa pred sabo zagledal lužo, ali bi šel okol, ali bi skočil vanjo. In 80% vseh fantov je odgovorilo, da bi šlo okol, on je pa iskal takšnega, ki bi rekel, da bo seveda skočil v lužo, in Rik je to dejansko se odločil, da bi to naredil. Obenem se je pa zgodilo še to lepo naključje, da v času audicije, v času, ko se je pogovarjal z Rikom, se je enkrat in edinkrat zaslišal v ozadju, ker so bila okna odprta, 5 kavkov. You like to work with children, that's obvious already from documentary films. Why?
I like to work with children when the subject is a bit heavier. We as adults tend to have a more depressive look on it, and children have a fresh view on certain things, like Yo just calls his mother. I like that. I think we adults don't do that, not in that way.
Režiser že iz prejšnjih filmov, dokumentarnih filmov, kaže željo ali pa veselje delati z otroki, in vprašala sem ga zakaj. Zato, ker imajo lahkotnejši pristop k težjim temam kot pa odrasli. I think it's time to give a word to the audience. Z nami je tudi Urša, ima mikrofon in beseda je vaša. Tako da, če želi kdo naše gostnike vprašati, izvolite.
You said that the bird whispered the story in your ear. How much did he whisper? I mean, how from what he told you and what we see on the screen, how did you work basically?
It's this special experience that the bird, which is one of the most free animals, which never does anything a human being wants to, comes and sits on your shoulder when you call it. It's amazing because it can choose to fly away, and that's a big part of it, the sensation of that, the friendship with this bird, and also the end. So the bird I only had 3 months during a summer, and then I was so proud that I had it. I wanted to show off to my friends, and I called it when I was on the street, and it flew in the spokes of the bicycle of a friend of mine. These two things.
Torej, osebna izkušnja s Kavko v njegovem društvu je bila zelo pomembna za izkušnjo tega filma. Dejstvo, da dejansko pride na ramo, ko jo pokličeš, in pa zadnja izkušnja, ki jo imel, ko se je njegova Kavka zapletla v kolo njegovega prijatelja. Kakšno vprašanje?
How did you find the other brilliant actors? I mean, not Rick is fantastic, but the others are also brilliant.
Yeah, true.
There seems to be a really special feeling between them also.
Yeah, there was. So Suzanne, but she came through the very, very good casting agency. So in Holland, we have, I think, 2 very experienced agencies who cast children. They read the script very well, and then they start to look. But the boy, Yo-Yo, we thought that we would never find him through casting. We thought we would have to start to look on the streets, so we did as well. But in the end, he was in their computer and turned up, but completely unexperienced. And the same with the girl. But this casting agency, this woman, she knows so well, she picks very carefully. And when they were standing close to each other, I walked towards them, and I felt this energy, which was very strong, immediately from the first second. And Rick and Suzanne fell in love within a day. So they were a couple for the journey. So it was.
Ja, tudi ostala igralska zasedba je izvrstna. Tukaj je imel veliko pomoč igralske agencije. Namreč na Nizozemskem sta vsaj 2 takšni močni, ki sta zelo dobri v tem, da najdete odlične igralce med mladimi. In tudi Suzanne Jente je izvrstna. In toliko lažje je bilo zato, ker sta se Suzanne in Rick že takoj na začetku snemanja mečkam zagledala drug od drugega in potem je zadeva še hitrejše stekla. And Suzanne, she's excellent in making those chewing gum, but he also had to do one.
He can do underwater.
Yes, and I wanted to ask him, how is it to make it underwater? I never tried. But I guess it's much harder.
Ik weet niet eens wanneer het was gebeurd. Oh ja, wacht. Het is bijna net als hetzelfde als boven water, maar je krijgt er wel heel veel pijn in je oren, want dan moet je heel veel druk zetten.
It's almost the same as above water, except it hurts a bit in your ears because you have to put more pressure on it.
Kako jim narediti gumi pod vodo? Približno isto kot nad vodo. A ste že poskusili? Jaz nisem, zato sem vam vprašala. Samo malo več pritiska je, tako da malo še se dobijo.
Jaz sem hotela Rika vprašati, se mogoče je zdaj to isto, kaj je bilo najtežje v filmu narediti. So Rick, I wanted to ask you, what was the most difficult thing to do when you were acting in the film?
Ik denk dat het moeilijkste was dat ik werd geslagen en zo, en dat hij aan me werd getrokken met mijn vader.
The most difficult scene was the scene when his father hits him in the kitchen. That was really difficult acting.
Konkretno prizor z očetom v kuhinji in udarec, ki je verjetno najtežje. And probably also the whole fight with the father.
Yeah, the fight is difficult. Yeah. But I think, because he's eating fries with his daddy, and in films sometimes you have to shoot again and again from different angles, or somebody does the dialogue wrong and you have to do it again. So they were eating fries. In the first take he liked it, but the second a bit less. And take 10 he didn't want to eat anymore.
Pa če je treba zelo velikrat ponoviti prizor, ko moraš jesti pomfrit, tudi ni to fajn. En dan še, 2, 3, pa ni več tako zabavno.
And Rick says we were eating fries at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Še posebej, če je to ob 8 zjutraj. Kakšno vprašanje?
Anybody who wants to be an actor as well?
Bi bil kdo od vas rad igralec?
From that perspective, I have a question. We see the movie, we see the whole story, but you have acted, well, we spoke about 10 takes, you have acted all these separate scenes separately. No doubt that must have been very difficult for an inexperienced boy, and to have the patience to do it all over again, every day, and so on.
Torej, snema se ne tako gladko, kot se gleda. Kakšne prizore se snema večkrat, predvsem se jih pa loči od ostalih in vprašanje je, če je bilo to zahtevno.
In Kauwboy, ik begin eerst zo. In Kauwboy moest ik helemaal niks leren of zo, geen tekst of zo. Maar aan het begin van de scène zei Boudewijn wat ik moest zeggen en voor de rest moest ik alles improviseren. En daarom was het, soms was het wel moeilijk en best wel vermoeiend, want zoals met dat broodje pindakaas eten en zo moest iets van 20 keer opnieuw en zo. En ook met zoveel suiker en zo erop. En op een gegeven moment, daarna gingen we ook alweer lunchen, dus had ik ook helemaal plek mee. Dus dat is wel best wel irritant.
Well, he explains that he didn't have to learn any dialogue, and he could improvise most of it. So he just came to the set and he could be himself, and I told him, okay, we go and do this. He liked that part because it's not like school. And but then eating a slice of bread with peanut butter on it shortly before lunch, that was not so nice, especially. And he says he doesn't like the sugar, but he liked the sugar.
To, da se mu ni bilo treba vsega na pamet naučiti tako kot v šoli, je sigurno pomagalo, da je bilo snemanje bolj zanimivo. Veliko je improviziral, prišel je na snemalno prizorišče in z režiserjem sta se pogovorila, kaj je čas, da se zdaj posname, in je imel tudi veliko svobode. Tako da to je bilo tisto prijetno delo. Ni pa prijetno, kadar moraš pojesti kruh z arašidom in maslom in še sladkorjem tik pred kosilom. In sladkor pa tako, v takih situacijah ga ne mara, drugače ga malo pred. Maybe one more question with Kauwboy. I definitely ask myself, is this a children's film? And and what describes children's film, having Kauwboy in mind?
I think it's for both adults and children. And I think for adults we have a lot of genres. We have horror, comedy, drama, art house. And children, we say there's one genre, children's film. So I think that's a mistake, and there's room enough for different kinds of children's films. And maybe you could call this an art house children's film.
Vprašala sem ga, kaj pomeni film za otroke in če je Kauwboy film za otroke. In odgovarja, da je pa tudi za odrasle in da bi bilo verjetno treba razširiti to idejo, razširiti idejo tega, kaj film za otroke je, ker to ni en žanr. In če bi ga pa moral opredeliti, pa verjame, da je Kauwboy umetniški film za otroke. Še kakšno vprašanje?
In Holland, one boy of 9 years old was very mad at me. Also, because in the film the bird dies, and he says it's impossible. You cannot make a children's film and have the bird die. That's just impossible. He was very, very angry at me. So I wonder what children here think of that.
En fant je bil, ko je gledal Kauwboya, na koncu zelo jezen na režiserja, ker Kauwka v filmu umre in se mu to ni zdel prav. Pa ga zanima, kako se vam to zdi?
What do you think? But is it possible in a children's film?
To se ne bi smel zgoditi v filmu za otroke.
Tukaj ima fant eno vprašanje.
Tukaj imamo še eno vprašanje, ja?
Jaz bi vprašal, kaj je napisal na tisto škarje, ko je dal ptička, kaj je mora.
It was written on the box. Yeah.
Translate. Yeah, it's typical Dutch.
Dat zegt mijn moeder altijd tegen mij. En ja, dat was het eerste wat in mij opkwam.
What's written is, it's strange when cozy names in Dutch are like a little dove, but in Dutch it's strange because we say, I can even translate. It's dirty, but we say, yeah. Do you know ambassador? Can you help me out?
He used some strong language during the film, but that was merely strong language. Here, you say shit, but in a very friendly way, shitty, so to speak. And so it is a nickname, a very friendly nickname that usually parents use for their children. So that was all in the movie, and it has a totally different meaning than the word itself.
Ok, pacek, če ti moram na kratko odgovoriti. V bistvu kot nek ljubkovalni trekec, ampak...
Good question.
Dobro vprašanje. Ampak, ja, mogoče pacek, kun, kakec. Ja, ampak ne pomeni tega, kar osnovna beseda pomeni, ampak je to že skoraj ljubkovalno ime za otroka. Ja, za otroka. Ja, če kavkecu odrežeš, dobiš kakec. Yeah, if you Kauwboy was the translation for the word, and if you take the out, you get the same thing. maybe just how about the forthcoming projects? You have 2 projects.
I'm working on a film of a book of a famous Dutch writer, Hermans, Nooit meer slapen, Never to Sleep Again, or Beyond Sleep it's called. And I'm working on a story of a daughter and a mother in nature, but it's not children's movies.
Trenutno dela na filmu, v kateri bosta nastopili mama in hči po slavnem nizozemskem romanu, ampak to ne bo film za otroke, dogajal se bo pa na Švedskem in Sveden. Še eno vprašanje, sam mečkam, da pride še mikrofon do tebe, da te bomo slišali. What happened to all the jackals after the film?
Zelf heb ik heel lang lopen zeuren of ik een van die koudjes mocht houden. Maar toen zei Boudewijn en al die andere mensen van de set van nee, ze moeten naar een mevrouw in Delft. Die heeft meerdere koudjes en die maakt ze dan weer, dat ze gewoon vrij kunnen vliegen. Want als je tammenkauwen in het wild laat, dan zijn ze zo gewend aan de mensheid. En dan blijven ze zomaar dan kunnen ze zo opgegeten worden door katten en honden en zo. En dus daarom werden ze naar Delft gebracht.
So they were, he wanted to keep one of the 6 for himself, but I would not allow him, because before the film started, I wanted to know that all the jackals would survive and would be flying out free again. So we worked with them for 2 months, and that's just short enough for them to be able to become wild again afterwards. And they were put in a colony of a lot of jackdaws together, and they're flying out somewhere now.
All together? When?
Yeah, we don't know anymore,
Okay.
But released.
Ja, Rek je hotel eno kavko obdržati, ampak mu Boudewijn ni dovolil, ker je želel, da vseh 6 skupaj z jato drugih kavkov leti na svobodo. In zato so jih tudi posneli v 2 mesecih, kar je glih ta prav čas, da se ne navadijo na človeka in da lahko, upajmo, spet zaživijo svobodno divje življenje. Zdaj vas pa vabim v kavarno na druženje z našima gostoma na prigrizek in kozarček. Thank you very, very much for being with us. And now we will just move to our coffee to continue in Poland. Thank you very much.